In today's video, we're doing episode 14 of the Noob the Godly series Duck Carriers Edition. Today we're doing Steampunk Sewers. Now, let's go ahead and start with our daily reward. Let's see what we get. Go ahead and take a look. I got the Tech Katana, purple, Titanium Warrior Helmet, gray, Dual Fusion Blades, and Dual Hex Blade Spell Daggers, both green. Nothing major, but alright. Let's go ahead and start with the boss raid. Alright, we're here in our first boss raid, and now these are just a sweep. I just think we one cycle these now. There we go. So, well, here's what I got for my first drop. Here's what I got on the second run. And here's what I got on my third boss raid. Yeah! Here we are in our first Steampunk dungeon. Now, we didn't get much besides just boss raids in our dailies, which unfortunately hasn't had anything to help me, so definitely gonna have those first moments of struggling. I also got a free health boost out of the light goal, so definitely took advantage of that. But let's go ahead here, and let's go for the other guys, or things. They're like robots now. They're called the Cog Shooter. You gotta be careful about them. For now, speed isn't gonna have much effect until, well, the bosses. Which, here it is, the Siege Bot. Siege Bot, I'd say it's the easiest of the three. Sometimes the easiest boss can be the most tricky. Very easily you can get hit at once here. Well, if you get the sufficient healing, you should be fine. That's gonna target random OS. Here's where speed takes full advantage. And we're about to defeat it. Wow, that was quick. Honestly, I think we thought we would take a lot longer. But there we go. Nice. There we go. Now let's go for the next area. I think this might be the last dungeon where it has the sword mobs that just chase you with sword. I don't know if Orbital has them, but I know for sure Volcanic Chambers doesn't. Let's go ahead and go here and here. Cycle the jumps. There we go. Now let's go for the next group. Hallway. Also has this new hammer mob, which is just like the slamming one. Slamming one of, how's it called? The slam from Ghastly Harbor. The giant that just basically body slams on you. That this time's just flipping hammer, just hitting you. But there we go. Yeah, the Burly Enforcer. Honestly, I think that is such a weird name for it. I'm trying to get the sword mobs to actually, the fighter bots to fight me. But we're down to the fighter bots, and it's time for the second boss fight. It's time for the evil scientist. Oh, it's gonna stay here. Gotta be careful. Easy to get hit once every time here. Though it repeats in a cycle in a, I think, clockwise? I'm pretty sure it's a clockwise pattern that goes over and over when he does that. There's a total 3 ticks. See? Yeah, it keeps going. 3, 4, 5. I think it went 5 times this time. But there we go, under 100 billion. We've been able to deal with these bosses with ease. Is Steampunk an easier dungeon? Honestly, I thought it'd be harder. But there goes 1, 2, 3, and let's go ahead and finish here. Let's go ahead and go for the next mob. Right here, I see they have like a separated mode, or like thing here. Let's go ahead and focus them here. A lot of more of the spinner bots. They're easy to avoid, but if you get hit by them, you're pretty much doomed. But it's time for the cannon blasters. Let's go ahead and take a look at this thing. Honestly, just kind of the closest thing of the old boss raids or the Goliath. Now it just doesn't even look like it. Also, we do a ton of damage. Oh, here comes this attack. Oh, you gotta be careful around that. Does constant damage. Attacks one side, then the other, and then it basically recycles around it. No point trying to go on the other side unless you're just going 1, 2, 1, 2. But there we go, 70, 60. Oh, here comes the boss. Oh, but we've lost a lot of time, or Steampunk Sewers doesn't have a lot of time left. Maybe a shorter dungeon. Not sure what to think about that. But there we go, that's the first dungeon completed. Let's go to the second one. Alright, we're here in our second dungeon, and go ahead and start cycling around them. Nothing must have changed from the first dungeon, since, well, we just got loot from the first one and didn't even have an option or chance to upgrade them yet, nor any skill points. But we've gotten a bit of practice with the dungeon itself. So we gotta be careful with that, or well, take advantage of the practice we've gotten. There we go. And it's time for the first boss. Right here, and let's go. Cyclops Siegebot starts with cycling attack going Oh, it actually starts with the circle ones. Kind of like the Underworld's final boss attack, where it basically does orbs on all the players. Basically does that, but there's smaller room, and instead of twice, it does it 3 times. So they're definitely increasing difficulties of the bosses, and I noticed the timer is a lot shorter. I think it's 9 minutes total, which is actually pretty short for a dungeon. But there we go, we have just finished the Cyclops Siege bot. Now it's time for the next group of mobs. Here we go. Go ahead and go here and start cycling around them, using it over and over and over. There we go. Nice. And that group has been defeated. Let's go ahead and go to the next mob group, and there we go. I'm gonna go rush for the next group, hit those hammer attacks. I do notice sometimes the hammers actually mess with my camera. They mess where I'm looking. I'm not changing my camera at all. Like, my hand is off my mouse. But sometimes when the hammers go, your screen shakes, or even to the point where it goes to a different direction. Which I don't know what to think about that. I'm fine with the screen shaking, but with the camera changing suddenly out of nowhere, it can be weird. There we go. That group is defeated. We're about to level up. Right here, let's go ahead and deal with these fighter bots. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of just those warrior things. Just walk and shift lock and go in circles and more circles and more circles. But there we go. That group's been defeated and we leveled up. Let's go. So let's go ahead here. Time to do the evil scientist again. Now it's going for its counterclockwise attack. See, it goes clockwise slowly, so you can just walk forward slowly and be able to avoid them. Also, I'm not using a speed spell like a speed spell. I'm just using it as a regular damage spell. Need to cycle them more. Right here, and the boss has been defeated. The evil scientist is down. Now let's go down to the final boss. We just missed a mob or two there. But it's time for the Cannon Blaster 2000. Honestly, why not just name it the Cannon Blaster? I don't know where the 2000 came from. There we go. Let's go ahead and cycle. Start cycling our speed spells. And use them even if we can't reach them, so we can have constant speed. It's a game of timing that some people just really underestimate. Oof! There goes my first life of the Steampunk source. Alright, no big deal. I can just go right here and be alright. And there we go. That's that dungeon defeated. Alright, there we go. I got another spell. I don't know if that's warrior or mage. Let me actually check right now. Let's go ahead and go one more time, non-hardcore. And there we go. That is defeated. I got a mage helmet. Alright, that's much better. And there we go. Evil scientist has been defeated. And GG, there we go. And my health boost has ended. That sucks. But there we go. Let's see if we can do hardcore difficulty. I don't want SpongeBob. There. Upgrade. Boom. Boom. Alright. First hardcore match. Here we go. Had an upgrade on my helmet. Now into a green one. And now I have 2 new spells. I have this damage one. And I have the speed one. That can actually run while the attack stays. Oh, gotta stay away from that. Remember, 1 life, gotta make it count. If you die, you stay dead. And there we go, under 100 billion now. Did lose 2 of our teammates, unfortunately. There we go. Air rain and nice. There we go. Gonna use this barrage now. Yeah, the air rain's just gotta keep the mobs inside. Otherwise, it doesn't do really effect. Time for the evil scientist. Use this attack before it goes. Oh, I already did, and I died. I got hit by the sun attack and the spinning one same time. That's quite unfortunate. Alright, there it goes. It has been defeated. It's time for the Cannon Blaster. Here we go. And there we go. Nice. And I leveled up with it. Meaning we can do hardcore difficulty. Alright, now that we've defeated hardcore difficulty, meaning we can do this dungeon now. So let's go ahead and speed things up a bit, shall we? Montage time. We have finished it. We have finished Steampunk Sewers Insane difficulty. And now, next up we have is Steampunk Sewers Nightmare difficulty. Now this dungeon is 10 levels instead of the typical 5, so I'm not sure if we're going to do it in one video or 2 videos, but I guess we'll find out in the next video. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I ended up with a purple chest, green helmet, same rings, and still using the Kraken Slayer. I will get a new weapon in the next dungeon. But besides that, that is the end of this video, and thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe. YouTube says you'll like this video. And waddle out, my friend.